Yes, children. So we are going to start Act 2, Scene 8. Till Scene 7 we have seen what we have studied there about Prince of Morocco. Now here it is all separate set. Okay? Now previously we came to know that Bassanio, Crescenio, they all left. They left to where? To Belmont. With Bassanio, who went to Belmont? Crescenio. Okay? At this meantime only Jessica and Lorenzo, they planned out their elopement. As they were planning first to attend Bassanio's that party, and through there only Jessica will be a torch bearer and then they will move out. But as the party, masquerade party was cancelled, so now in that meantime only they planned out they have to elope. Now in this scene, basically you will see only these two characters. Okay, it is taking in the street of Venice. Only two characters are here, Salarino and Salanio. You know them, friends of Antonio and all. So these two characters are talking about whom? Talking about Bassanio, then about Crescenio, then about Shylock's outrage. Like Shylock now finally he comes to know that Jessica eloped. And not only just eloped with Lorenzo, but took all my money, ducats, jewels, everything. That was more painful than Jessica moving out. Shylock, you will see one thing here. Shylock is not so sad about his daughter, but he is more sad about what? About his money. That everything she has taken, and for that Christian boy, that thing is made. So what Shylock is doing in the street of Venice, he is shouting, he is crying, and the people, the boys of that place, they are copying Shylock. Like the way Shylock was outraging my daughter, my ducats. So the boys also, like, you know, young boys and all, is something like that creative thing happens in the society. They also copy it. They copy that old person's view. Same way Shylock is an old man. So when he was shouting like that without thinking anything, so the boys also, they were copying him. They were also shouting behind him. Because Shylock, like, just imagine if he was a good person, he would have never come to the street and would have shouted for Jessica. Like, daughter, no. Daughter ran away, okay. But if a daughter of the house runs away, do the parents come on the street? My daughter ran away. Usually the people hide it. In the house only the discussion goes in the house. But he is coming on the street of Venice and he is shouting, my daughter eloped, took my money, took my jewels, ducats, everything. He is shouting. So people definitely, they will make fun. People waits to make what? To make fun. So their boys, the young boys, the people, they were making fun of Shylock. Now these all topic discussion was done in between Salarino and Salanio. They came to know all this thing and they are talking. Here just this scene is a kind of conversation that these things are going around. So first Salarino says, why man? I saw Bassanio under sail, with him is Crescenio gone along, and in their ship I am sure Lorenzo is not. Now Salarino is telling to Salanio, dear friend, I saw that Bassanio was sailing with Crescenio. I saw Bassanio, that I heard that he is going with Crescenio, but no one saw Lorenzo with them. Now no one is knowing how Lorenzo and Jessica went. They were there to help them out, but they did not know how these both, Lorenzo and Jessica, eloped. No one knows about it. So he says, I saw them, but I don't know about Lorenzo. Salanio, the villain Jew with outcries, raised the Duke, who went with him to search Bassanio's ship. Now what Shylock did? He called the Duke of Venice. Duke, you know now? He is the king. Like in this period we call king, but that time they call them Duke. So he called the Duke of Venice and told that my daughter eloped with Lorenzo, and he took the Duke. Shylock took the Duke and they went to the seaside where the ships sail off. He took the Duke and took him to that place to see that where my daughter went, how she went, who all are involved. So he took the Duke and went to search Bassanio's ship, because according to Shylock, he is thinking that these people went with whom? Bassanio. Because they all are friends friends? No. So he is thinking Bassanio is also involved in it. Salarino. He came too late. The ship was under sail. But when Shylock came, ship was under sail. It was sailing off. So they could not identify. But there the Duke was given to understand that in a gondola, gondola is what? That is a flat bottom ship, gondola. Gondola is a flat bottom ship. Flat bottom ship. So when they were near the sea, they came to know that in gondola was seen together Lorenzo and his amorous Jessica. Amorous means loving Jessica. So people saw Jessica and Lorenzo in what? In a gondola. They were sailing over that. Besides, Antonio certified the Duke they were not with Bassanio in his ship. Antonio was there. He said, I was there when Bassanio was leaving. And I am sure I will certify you that Lorenzo and Jessica were not with Bassanio and Gresciano. Bassanio and Gresciano went by themselves and they were not with them. And they came to know Lorenzo and Jessica went in a gondola. So that much was clear. Salanio. I never heard a passion so confused, so strange, outrageous and so variable. Salanio said, I have never seen this much anger, the outburst of anger I have never seen. So strange he was and he was so excessive. Shylock was very excessive, very strange way he was behaving, as the dog Jew did utter in the streets. Like dog Jew is calling Jew as a wicked person. He is a wicked person, wicked Shylock, and he was shouting on the street of Venice, just like a dog barking. Same way Shylock was shouting, my daughter, oh my ducats, oh my daughter, fled with a Christian. And it was really a shame. It is a shame a father on the street of Venice, he is shouting what? My daughter, my ducats, and my daughter fled with a Christian. She ran away with a Christian. Oh my Christian ducats, justice, the law, my ducats and my daughter. Now he's shouting, God, show me the justice. Everything is gone. My money, my daughter, everything gone. A seed bag, 2 seed bag of ducats, of double ducats. What he's saying? 1 seed bag is also stolen. Not only 1, 2 seed bag of ducats of money and double ducats, not few amount. It was a huge amount. Stolen from me by my daughter. Who stole it? My daughter. And jewels, 2 stones, 2 rich and precious stones. And with that money, what were there? Precious gems, stones. Very precious stones were also there. Everything she took. Stolen by my daughter, justice, find the girl. She had the stones upon her and the ducats. Now he is calling out that God, justice, have some justice on me. Find the girl. And why to find the girl? To get the money. I want my ducats, my stones back. So find out the girl. And he was just shouting. No one was listening to him. He was just shouting by himself. My daughter, my ducats. Salarino. Why all the boys in Venice follow him, crying his stones, his daughter and his ducats? What the boys of Venice were doing? They were following. Shylock was moving and shouting. They were also moving behind him and shouting. My ducats, my daughter. They were also shouting, making fun. Salanio. Let good Antonio look. He keep his day or he shall pay for this. Salanio saying, now I am worried about Antonio. Now they were also, these 2 people were worried for Antonio also. Why they were worried? Do you know the reason? They were worried because Antonio has borrowed money from Shylock and 3 months' time. Now they were worried if in this outrage, as Shylock hates Christian, in this outrage he can also demand for the money from Antonio and he has to pay. Otherwise, Antonio has to give what? A pound of flesh. So they were worried for it because they all love Antonio and he's a kind man. So they were worried now nothing should fall on Antonio. Salarino. Mary well remembered, I reasoned with a Frenchman yesterday who told me in the narrow seas that part the French and English, They have miscarried a vessel of our country richly fraught. I thought upon Antonio when he told me, and wished in silence that it were not his. Salerno saying, I just heard, I spoke to a Frenchman who told me there in the narrow sea channel between England and France, there was a ship which was with rich cargoes, which was with rich goods. It has been wrecked. Wrecked means destroyed. Ship has been broken, it has been wrecked, and I just thought that time that ship should be not of Antonio, because Antonio's ship also went to different places. So same places Antonio's ship was also going. So Frenchman told this thing happened. So just it was a wish of Salerno, this ship should be not of Antonio's, because otherwise how he is going to pay back the money? Only this was the reason. If he get money, he will pay back. Now how he is going to get it? Salerno, you were best to tell Antonio what you hear, yet do not suddenly, for it may grieve him. Salerno saying, but you should tell this to Antonio. He should also know something we heard, but not now, because he is already sad. He is already sad, and do not tell him at once, because suddenly if you tell him, he will become more sad. So in a different way, like directly you cannot tell someone a painful situation. No, so indirectly or in a different way, you tell him that you have heard this. Salerno, a kinder, gentle man treads not the earth. Now he is saying there is no gentle, more generous man walking on this earth than Antonio. He is really a very kind-hearted person, very generous person. I saw Bassanio and Antonio part. Bassanio told him he would make some speed of his return. He answered, do not so. He said, I saw Antonio and Bassanio, they were parting from each other. When Bassanio was going to Belmont, Antonio went there to see off. So he said, I saw the pain in Antonio's eyes. And when Bassanio said, I will return fast, then what Antonio said, do not worry. Don't be in a hurry. Slubber not business for my sake. He said, don't disturb your work for my sake. Because Bassanio's mind, what was going on? That Antonio has to pay back the money. And he took that money for my case. And so I should return back fast. So, but Antonio said, not to worry, don't return so early. Finish up your business, then come. But stay the very ripening of the time, and for the Jew's bond which he had of me, let it not enter in your mind of love. He said, don't worry about the Jew's bond. I will do it. You just worry about your mindset should be only for Portia, for the love, for what purpose you are going. Be merry and employ your chiefest thoughts to courtship and such fair ostents of love as shall conveniently become you there. He said, you just set up your mind that you are going there just to choose the right casket and to marry Portia. No other mind, no other thing should disturb you. Otherwise, you will not be able to choose the correct thing. So set up your mind well. And even there is I being big with tears. And when Antonio was telling this, he was crying because he loved Bassanio a lot. And Antonio was a single person, not having any family. So Bassanio was his true friend. So he was missing him. Turning his face, he put his hand behind him, and with affection wondrous sensible, he wrung Bassanio's hand, and so they parted. He held Bassanio's hand, crying, and then they parted. Bassanio went in the ship, and Antonio came back. Salerno, I think he only loves the world for him. Salerno said, I think he lives only for Bassanio's sake. He loves Bassanio a lot. I pray thee, let us go and find him out, and quicken his embraced heaviness with some delight or other. Salerno said, let us go to Antonio, and let us make him amuse, like let us make him happy. He is very low in spirit, very sad. Let us go and cherish him. Let us make him happy. Salerno, do we so? He said, yes, let us go and make Antonio happy, as they were really worried for Antonio. So this whole conversation was going in Act 2 Scene 8 between Salerno and Salerno. Clear? Okay, thank you.